You've likely come across headlines promising a single dose that instantly clears arteries, a seemingly miraculous solution for heart health. The idea of such a simple fix for a complex problem is highly appealing. However, it's critical to approach this topic with seriousness and evidence-based science, separating hope from proven medical and nutritional reality. The interest in this subject is understandable, especially for those over 50. At this stage of life, cardiovascular health becomes an absolute priority. Maintaining healthy arteries is directly linked to preventing serious events like heart attacks and strokes, which are among the leading causes of mortality. Caring for your circulatory system is, therefore, a direct investment in your longevity and quality of life. In this video, we'll analyze what science says about arterial health in an honest and clear way. We'll discuss the mechanisms that keep our arteries flexible and unclogged, which nutrients truly play a role, and how you can safely and effectively incorporate them into your daily routine. The focus here isn't on empty promises but on practical, actionable knowledge for your well-being. My work involves analyzing health studies and translating them into accessible language. With years dedicated to studying well-being, my goal is to offer you a balanced, responsible perspective free of sensationalism. Everything I share is based on research and the consensus of health experts, so you can make informed decisions about your habits. If this type of content is valuable to you, consider subscribing to the channel. To truly understand how we can support our arteries, we first need to grasp what happens inside them over time. Aging and certain lifestyle habits can lead to stiffening and a gradual buildup of plaques. Understanding this biological context is essential for the strategies we'll discuss to make sense and be applied with the importance they deserve. The main challenge to arterial health is a process called atherosclerosis. Picture your arteries as flexible, smooth tubes through which blood flows freely. Over time, substances like cholesterol, fat, and calcium can deposit on their walls, forming what we call plaques. This buildup narrows and stiffens the arteries, making it harder for blood to pass through. This process doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, gradual development that can begin decades before symptoms appear. Risk factors like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, smoking, and diabetes significantly accelerate plaque formation. Chronic inflammation in the body is also a key player, acting as a catalyst that worsens the problem and makes plaques more unstable and dangerous. It's worth noting that there are differing views on the exact causes, but the scientific consensus points to a combination of genetic and lifestyle factors. While we can't change our genetics, we have significant control over our daily habits, such as diet and physical activity. This power of choice is where our greatest opportunity for intervention and prevention lies in maintaining cardiovascular health. Think of blood flow like traffic on a major highway. Atherosclerosis is like lanes slowly closing for construction, one by one over years. At first, traffic still moves, perhaps a bit slower. But eventually, the congestion becomes so severe that it can stop entirely, causing a collapse. That's exactly what happens in a heart attack or stroke. With this understanding of what happens in our blood vessels, the question arises: are there ways to support the natural flexibility of arteries and help the body manage this process? The answer lies in specific compounds that promote vascular health, and that's what we'll explore now, uncovering what can truly constitute a daily dose of care. The science behind arterial flexibility often points to a fundamental molecule, nitric oxide. Produced by our own bodies, nitric oxide acts as a potent vasodilator, meaning it relaxes the inner muscle layer of arteries, allowing them to expand and blood to flow more easily. This helps control blood pressure and keeps vessels healthy and responsive. Nitric oxide production can be stimulated through diet. Nutrients like nitrates, found in leafy greens and beets, and amino acids like L-arginine and L-citrulline, present in foods like nuts, seeds, and watermelon, are precursors the body uses to synthesize this vital molecule. A diet rich in these components is an evidence-based strategy to support endothelial function, the health of our blood vessel linings. Beyond nitric oxide, other compounds like antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids play crucial roles. Antioxidants, such as flavonoids found in cocoa, berries, and teas, help protect artery walls from oxidative damage and inflammation. Omega-3s, abundant in cold water fish and flax seeds, help reduce inflammation and manage triglyceride levels. It's critical to understand the limitations. None of these foods or nutrients acts instantly to clear arteries. Their benefits are cumulative and part of a consistent, healthy lifestyle. The idea of a magic dose is a misconception. The positive effect comes from regularly incorporating these foods into a balanced diet, not from isolated, sporadic consumption. Vascular health is a marathon, not a sprint. Now that we know the key compounds, let's dive into how we can practically and efficiently obtain one of the most important ones, nitric oxide, through specific foods. We'll focus on a group of vegetables that are true powerhouses for producing this molecule, turning theory into a concrete, accessible dietary habit for your daily life. When it comes to potent dietary sources for stimulating nitric oxide production, vegetables rich in inorganic nitrates top the list. Studies, such as those published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, show that regular consumption of these vegetables is associated with better vascular function and reduced blood pressure. The champions in this regard are beets, spinach, arugula, and celery. The process is fascinating. When you eat these foods, beneficial bacteria in your mouth convert nitrate into nitrite. Then, in the acidic environment of the stomach, nitrite is converted into nitric oxide, which is absorbed into the bloodstream and begins exerting its vasodilatory effects. This is why oral health, including moderate use of antiseptics, can also influence this mechanism. You can incorporate these vegetables in various ways. A glass of raw beet juice, for example, is a concentrated way to get nitrates. Salads with a generous base of arugula and spinach are also excellent. Adding celery to soups or eating it as a crunchy snack is another option. The key is consistency. A single serving offers a temporary benefit, but daily consumption promotes sustained vascular health improvement. If you enjoyed these practical tips, leave a comment sharing how you usually consume these vegetables. There are some considerations. People prone to oxalate kidney stones should consume spinach and beets in moderation and always with professional guidance. Additionally, cooking can reduce nitrate content, so eating these vegetables raw or lightly steamed is generally more effective for this specific purpose. Variety in the diet remains the best strategy. Having explored the nitric oxide pathway, let's now turn to another fundamental pillar of arterial health, managing inflammation and cholesterol. This brings us to a group of essential nutrients known for their powerful protective effects on the heart and blood vessels, healthy fats, particularly a very specific category. Healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids, are vital for maintaining cardiovascular health. They work in multiple ways, primarily through their anti-inflammatory properties. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a driver of atherosclerosis, and omega-3s, like EPA and DHA, help modulate the body's inflammatory responses, protecting the delicate lining of arteries from ongoing damage. The richest sources of EPA and DHA are cold water fish like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and herring. Many health organizations recommend eating fish at least twice a week. For those who don't eat fish, plant-based sources of omega-3, like ALA found in flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, offer important benefits, though the body's conversion of ALA to EPA and DHA is limited. Beyond fighting inflammation, omega-3s help manage blood lipid levels. They are particularly effective at reducing triglycerides, a type of blood fat that, in excess, contributes to artery hardening. They may also have a modest effect on increasing HDL, the good cholesterol, which helps remove cholesterol from arteries, transporting it back to the liver. As always, moderation and balance are key. Excessive consumption of any nutrient, even beneficial ones, is not recommended. Focus on the quality of the source. Wild-caught fish are preferable to farmed when possible due to their fat profile. For fish oil supplements, professional guidance is essential to ensure proper dosage and purity, avoiding contamination by heavy metals. So far, we've focused heavily on nutrition, but arterial health reflects our overall lifestyle. Diet is a powerful piece, but its effect is dramatically amplified when combined with other habits. Let's now explore how physical activity and stress management integrate into this equation to protect your heart. Regular physical activity is one of the most effective pillars for cardiovascular health, directly complementing the benefits of diet. Exercise, especially aerobic activities like walking, running, swimming, or cycling, stimulates the body to produce more nitric oxide. This improves artery elasticity and helps keep blood pressure in check. Exercise trains not only your muscles but your entire vascular system. Beyond improving endothelial function, movement helps manage other key risk factors. It aids in maintaining a healthy weight, improves insulin sensitivity, crucial for preventing type 2 diabetes, and optimizes cholesterol profiles by increasing HDL, good cholesterol, and reducing LDL, bad cholesterol, and triglycerides. The general recommendation is at least 150 minutes of moderate activity per week. Stress management is another often overlooked area. Chronic stress releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can raise blood pressure, heart rate, and inflammation, directly contributing to arterial damage over time. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, yoga, or simply spending time in nature can help regulate the body's stress response. Sleep quality is also intrinsically linked to heart health. During deep sleep, the body performs repair processes, and blood pressure and heart rate decrease, giving the cardiovascular system a vital rest. Chronic sleep deprivation, on the other hand, is associated with an increased risk of hypertension, obesity, and other issues that strain arteries and the heart. With all these elements in mind, nutrition, exercise, stress, and sleep, we can finally return to the original idea of a daily dose. Not as a magic pill, but as a ritual, a practical habit that consolidates these principles and turns knowledge into consistent action to actively protect your cardiovascular health. So, how can we create this daily dose of arterial health practically? Let's build an example of a morning habit. Start your day with a glass of water to hydrate, then prepare a smoothie. In it, you can combine a cup of spinach, rich in nitrates, a handful of berries, antioxidants, a tablespoon of ground flax seeds, omega-3s, and a serving of high-quality protein. This smoothie isn't an instant cure, but a delicious, efficient way to pack multiple beneficial nutrients into one meal. It's an intentional action that sets a healthy tone for the rest of the day. Another option could be a bowl of oatmeal with nuts and fruit or yogurt with chia seeds. The key is consistency, making this habit a natural part of your routine. To go further, consult reliable sources like the American Heart Association's website or publications from reputable universities in the health field. Books by authors like Dr. Michael Greger or Dr. Dean Ornish also provide in-depth, evidence-based insights into the relationship between diet and cardiovascular health. Seeking knowledge is a fundamental step in self-care. Be realistic with your expectations. Lifestyle changes take time to produce measurable results. Improvements in blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and overall well-being won't happen overnight. Celebrate small victories, like staying consistent for a week or feeling more energetic. The health journey is a continuous process of small, sustainable daily improvements. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What small healthy habit could you incorporate into your daily routine starting today? Share your ideas in the comments. Your experience might inspire others to take their first step. The exchange of ideas in our community is a powerful tool for collective well-being, and the journey becomes easier when we share it. The first practical step to implement what we've discussed is small but significant. Choose one of the foods mentioned, like beets or spinach, and plan how to include it in one of your meals tomorrow. Don't try to change everything at once. Start with a single addition. It could be an arugula salad at lunch or a handful of walnuts as an afternoon snack. Simplicity is the key to sustainability. An additional valuable resource is having an open conversation with your doctor or a nutritionist. Use the information you've learned here as a starting point for a professional dialogue. They can help tailor these recommendations to your specific health condition, considering your tests and medical history. Never make drastic dietary changes or start new supplements without professional guidance. It's crucial to be realistic about results and the time needed to see them. Improvements in arterial health reflect months and years of consistent habits, not days or weeks. You may start feeling better and more energetic relatively quickly, but structural changes in your cardiovascular system are gradual. Be patient and trust the process you're building. Your participation enriches our community. If this video provided you with useful information and a clear perspective on heart health, consider leaving a like so more people can find this content. Sharing your own experiences or questions in the comments also helps create a space for learning and mutual support, where everyone can feel more confident and informed. In conclusion, remember that the true magic dose for arterial health isn't in a single product but in the power of your daily choices. Every healthy meal, every walk, every well-rested night is a dose of care you give your body. You have the ability to build, day by day, a future with more health, vitality, and well-being.